Boom. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the DJ Kenny Parker Show. Matter of fact, let me move this a little bit closer. Welcome to the DJ Kenny Parker Show. We do this every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Spookram 4Q, you are first this week. What's good? Let's jump right in. Big Bat Peace. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles for winning the Super Bowl. I did not watch the Super Bowl. I was working, doing some, and there goes my thing that I should have cut off. I was doing some work on the computer, so I did not watch the Super Bowl, but I saw highlights, of course. Gregory Nettis, what up? Abel Valdez, what up? Peace, Kenny, doing deliveries on a Tuesday as usual, listening to you in the earpiece. Word, that's dope. Peace to the Tuesday crew. Peace to the Tuesday crew. Haitian Space Program, what's good? Always, I see the regulars are here. Let me scroll down. Henry Cedillo, what's up? Supreme Divine, what's up? Chuck Nice. Chuck Nice from 3 Times Dope, Chuck Nice. JT, what's up? This is $1 million question. Haitian Space Program says, where's Fluffy Toenails? Fluffy Toenails was an original member of the Tuesday community, and we haven't seen Fluffy Toenails in like a year. I hope Fluffy Toenails is doing well. Big up to you. Rosmel said, R.I.P. Irvin Lorenzo. Yeah, big up DJ Irv. We talked about that last week. Rest in peace, DJ Irv Gotti. I call him DJ Irv. I met him as DJ Irv, but he became Irv Gotti, a mogul responsible for quite a few hip-hop groups. A very controversial figure in hip-hop. MMA Crossfire, what's up? Let's see. Oh, Terrence Hill, what's good? I just saw your DM. Yes, I'm going to get back to you on that in a second. Terrence Hill says, don't forget to hit the like button. Please, you hit the like button. It helps the channel. It helps the algorithm so like-minded people can see and join the community. Let's see. Corey Flood, what up? Jay Doyle, what up? I see quite a few. R.I.P. Irv Gotti's. Yeah, man, he had diabetes, I believe. He had 2 strokes. I don't know if the diabetes caused the strokes, but 2 strokes is tough. John Walker, it's my first time in the building and repping the D, supporting DJ Kenny Parker. Peace. Welcome. A new member to the DJ Kenny Parker Show. Dwight, what's up? What up? Dan Marasuti, what up? Terrell McMillan. KP, what's good, my man? It's all good, man. I'm glad to see the regulars are here, and we had another week. I hope you all are healthy and prosperous. Super Rab, what up? DJ K Swift, what up? Let's see. A Steele says we need music on the weight screen. There's a weight screen? I didn't know there was a weight screen. I gotta look into that. I did not know there was a weight screen. I don't know what you guys see, actually. That's very interesting. Takashi Mandela, thank you so much for your contribution to the channel. DJ Kenny Parker, what's up? Your thoughts on K. Dot at the Super Bowl? Like I mentioned, I did not watch the Super Bowl. I was doing some stuff on a computer, and I didn't get a chance to check it out, but I saw highlights. And what I'm seeing today is that Kendrick Lamar's performance is the most watched performance in the history of the Super Bowl. Most watched halftime performance. That dude has had a spectacular 12-month period of time. If I do say so myself. Um, I can't really comment because I didn't see it. I saw there was a lot of symbolism in his performance. Some people loved it, some people hated it, but that's how all Super Bowl performances are. You know, it's all subjective. But I didn't watch it, but I like the symbolism. I like what he was trying to do. I don't know if he succeeded for the people then, but I like what he was trying to do. Um, let's see, Jiu-Jitsu Club, 818. Says, shout out to you, Kenny. Just started watching your video fails. Ha ha ha. Thank you so much. For those that for those that got a chance to check out my last epic fails, which is about the Kid Capri, and God willing, next week, Tuesday, the Kid Capri will be here on the channel. So I'm going to get a chance to talk to my brother, Kid Capri. Um, should be next week. If everything goes well, next week will be the Kid Capri, next Tuesday. But before he comes, please, you guys, check out the video that I did, my epic fail on how I met Kid Capri. Yes. Let's see. Spook Realm says Kendrick was doing all right until he got into his commercial routine. That's my opinion. I don't know what that is. But I mean, it's the Super Bowl. I mean, he has to try to appeal to as many people as he can, right? Um, Lindell Handy Senior says, Kenny P, what up from Chi-Town? From Chi-Town, Cincy way. Is that? Am I reading this right? Chi-Town, Chinatown. Is it Chinatown or is it Chi-Town, Cincy way? Um, Big up to you. I'm not sure which is which. Um, Don Dallas TV, what up? Long time haven't seen that name. He says, yeah, you can actually put a video there to play while people wait for you to go live. That's interesting. I really got to step up my weight what you call it, weight screen game. I got to step that up. I did not know that. You could put videos and stuff, but you know the way YouTube is with all of the copyright infringements, it's very hard to put stuff up. Maybe I could just put a beat on loop or something, but it's very difficult because just about everything you put up, if you let it play too long, you get copyright infringement. They'll either take your stuff down or demonetize it, or if you have too many strikes, they'll put your channel in YouTube prison, I guess. But yeah, I didn't know that, so I got to work on that. Jamil says, what's up, Kenny? Any new project in 2025? Yes, I'm working on some stuff. And when it's ready to go, I will let you guys know. Patrick Wise says, what's up, Kenny? Haven't tuned in live, but check in on YouTube. Keep doing your thing, brother. Thank you so much. To the Rewind crew that's going to check this out later on. The Rewind crew is strong, y'all. Official Mr. Quiet Man channel. Peace and blessings, Kenny Parker. Hope to run into you again in my hometown of Chilltown, JC. Yes, I hope to run into you again. I be in Chilltown from time to time. Spook Realm 4Q says that's only because everyone was wondering if he was going to diss Drake. I guess he's talking about the reason why he had the most watched halftime show. But that's the reason why he even got to do the Super Bowl. It revolves around the heat of that song. Everything revolves around his whole year. This whole incredible renaissance that he's having right now revolves around his battle with Drake and that particular song, which won a Grammy. A diss record won a Grammy. Crazy. That has to be, it has to be now the #1 diss record ever, I guess, as far as impact. Well, that's debatable because, I mean, you have like hit 'em ups and things like that were really devastating, but different times. But yeah, everybody's waiting to see him diss Drake, but that's why he was there. GF4L says, KP, there's a screen that says you are on in however many minutes before you go live. Oh, it's like a countdown? Oh, okay. I did not know that, y'all. I gotta check this out. I gotta work on that. MMA says, Kid Capri, lock all the doors. Yes, Kid Capri will be here next week, Tuesday. God willing. You know, we scheduled it, but, you know, people's schedules, things could happen last minute. So if nothing happens last minute, Kid Capri will be here. Please, y'all, check out the epic fail. I just posted it last week about meeting Kid Capri. And it's pretty funny. Corey Flood says, Kenny, the fans need an opportunity to ask Kid Capri questions. You should let us email you ahead of the interview. Sure. That I don't see a problem with that. Let me work on that. I have a bunch of stuff I want to ask him. I'll tell you that much. He says, MC Kid Capri. Word. Word. MC Kid Capri for those that saw the live. Anyway. Hey, KP. What's good? What's good? Let's see. I'm trying to scroll down and see. I don't see many questions, but Nandy Johnson says, you may be able to put up one of your own videos that already passed the YouTube test. Like a video of mine? Like, yeah, I could like a epic fails or something, like put that up like a repost or something. I could do that. Or maybe I could shoot something special for just for the screen. I don't know. I gotta look into this now. I didn't even all this time, y'all. We've been doing this. We've been doing this for this particular program I've been using for like almost a year, and I had no idea. This is funny. JT says, KP about to sing anyway. Yes, I did. Antoine Ware would say, I think Diamond D would be an excellent guest to get too. Absolutely, he would. I don't know Diamond D that well. I've seen Diamond D from time to time. He's always, cool, but I've never had a conversation with Diamond D. Maybe this is the platform to have one. For those of you that's just checking in, this is the DJ Kenny Parker Show. We do this every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And next week, the Kid Capri will be here. see. GF Worrell says, so if the Kid Capri can make it next week, can you ask him who's his favorite artist he ever worked with? I absolutely will ask him that. He's worked with he's one person that can say he knows everybody. Kid Capri literally knows everybody. He's probably DJ'd for just about everybody. I've DJ'd with Kid Capri before a few times. I got a couple good stories with Kid Capri, but I'm gonna wait until he comes on so that I could tell it to him, tell him the stories, and get his reaction to it. But I have a million Kid Capri stories, not a million, but a bunch. Let's see. Crusher Blackwell. I think somebody asked this question last week. Says Kenny, I understand how Chris feels about the Grammys, but what if the Grammys approached you, KRS, and D Nice about honoring Boogie Down Productions with a Lifetime Achievement Award? I'm down with whatever KRS is down with. If he chooses to, if that happened and he wanted to do it, and he wanted to include me, absolutely I would be there. If he didn't want to do it, then I wouldn't do it. If he wanted to do it, but just he wouldn't be there and send everybody else and like, me, D Nice or whatever, I would do that. It's whatever he feels, but I know he's not a big fan of not just the Grammys, but any award show. He did accept the BET Lifetime Achievement Award, which was interestingly named the I Am Hip Hop Award, which KRS-One came up with the term I Am Hip Hop, and he took a lot of flack for that when he first said that. I've talked about that on this channel a bunch of times. I believe he first said that in like 92, that I remember it being documented. But he did accept that award from BET, and he's been very critical of BET too. But he did accept that award, so you never know. I mean, the thing with the Grammys is I don't know how they approached him. I have no idea what that was all about. I don't know how they approached him, but whatever they said, he wasn't with it. Papa Sincere says, seeing Kid Capri live in the 90s and his show was liver than a lot of rap shows. Absolutely. Kid Capri is the best club DJ to me I've ever seen. And I think I've seen just about everybody. I think he is the best. Let's see. Lindell Handy Sr. says, hit him up into the break of dawn. Well, everybody will have I love both of those songs, by the way. Everybody will have their opinion on what is the best diss record. But most of them kind of stayed, I guess, within hip hop. Something about this record, They're Not Like Us, just was a whole nationwide movement. And it just continues on. Like, it was a nationwide movement, and it just continued to the Grammys and continued to the Super Bowl. It's crazy. What a year for him. MMA Crossfire says, remember I talked about Whitney Houston last week? I don't remember. What did you say about Whitney Houston last week? CMC's Technique in Class. What's good? Thank you so much for your contribution to the channel. Says, salute DJ KP. Fab Five Freddy would be a super dope guest. Yes, he would. If I had Fab Five Freddy's number, I would definitely reach out. That's a person. A lot of it is just getting numbers Fab Five Freddy has always been good with me, man. Always been good. That's a good brother, and he has a wealth of knowledge. Um, he says, I had no idea he started out as a graffiti artist before he produced Wild Style. Yeah. And he brought Blondie, the group Blondie, uptown. I think he brought her to the Fever. And that's why, and she was inspired to write the song Rapture, which was most of America's first time hearing rap, was that song Rapture by Blondie. And it was because she was hanging out with Fab Five Freddy, and she even shouted him out in the song. I think that's the first word she said. Fab Five Freddy, tell me everybody's fly. He was hanging out with Deborah Harry. Shout out to Deborah Harry because she let BDP, she cleared the sample, she cleared the interpolation. It wasn't a sample, the interpolation of Rapture for our song, Step Into a World, Rapture's Delight. Do people remember that the parentheses that said Rapture's Delight? That kind of got lost over the years. Blondie allowed BDP to use her melody, and it became the biggest song in BDP's career, in KRS-One's career. But yeah, he would be fantastic. Fab Five Freddy, what's up, man? Martin Waring, thank you so much for your contribution to the channel. I really appreciate it. I don't recognize that name. Are you new to the channel? If so, big up. Yeah, thank you so much. Let's see. Beyond the Matrix says, KP, I watched the Epic Fail video on Kid Capri. That was classic. Yeah, I think it was. I think, you know what's funny about that? I was looking in the comments. I read the comments. They say don't read the comments. I think it's one of the rules of being on YouTube is you should not read the comments because some of them could be very hurtful and disrespectful. But I try to read all of them. And somebody had said in the comment section that I should be ashamed. I should be ashamed to post that epic fail about Kid Capri, and I don't want to give it away for those that didn't get a chance to watch it, but he was like, I should be ashamed. And, I disagree. That's why it's called the epic fail. I'm admitting that there's a bunch of times that we're at epic fails number 20. My last one was number 20. I'm a strong believer in laughing at yourself. If you can't laugh at yourself and have fun with yourself, then, to me, that's what makes life, that you can enjoy the great parts and you can laugh when you mess up and learn from it. And, I wanted to let you guys get behind the scenes. That's what we're here for, to pass information and me to try to give you guys a behind the scenes look at what goes on and what went on in our group and in hip hop in general, and how a lot of things mess up and a lot of mistakes happen. A lot of times you don't know stuff. I mean, everybody, to me, not everybody, but a lot of people come on social media and they're a superhero. Everybody's Iron Man on Captain America on their channel, and they just the greatest thing ever, and they did everything perfect. I'm here to tell you that I didn't do everything perfect, and I'm still not doing anything perfect. I'm not going to be perfect tonight, but I just wanted to let you guys see some things that I think were funny, epic fails. What's the fun in sitting around bragging about all the great things you did? That's cool too, but what's the fun in saying, oh, I was sitting on a jet plane in first class, riding to LA, talking to LL Cool J sitting next to me. What's the fun in that? And that's a true story. But I could tell that story. 5-hour ride to LA, talking to LL. It was great. That was great too. But there's other funny stuff that happened that I want to tell you guys. So That's why I do the epic fails. And thank you, Beyond the Matrix, for watching the Kid Capri epic fail. And I am not ashamed to admit anything that I've done wrong. If I like, even if I make mistakes on this channel, I always ask you guys to fact check me. If I say something that's not accurate, we're trying to get all facts here. And that's why I like-minded people, because we're pretty much in the same, the regulars, we're pretty much in the same mind frame of just, we love hip hop and we want to hear the facts. And if I get something wrong, somebody please tell me. Um, I'm not ashamed of anything like that. So, but thank you for watching the epic fails, and there's more epic fails. I've had so many epic fails. And I'm trying to get them all to you guys as much as possible. Miss B, what's up? Thank you so much for your contribution to the channel. She says, peace, KP. You've booked. It says, you've booked and had great convos with some of hip hop's legends thus far. Oh yeah, on the channel. Have you ever considered or been inspired to invite anyone lesser known onto your show? It hasn't really crossed my mind, only because I have a lot of hip hop friends with crazy stories who I want to get on the channel that I think you guys would like and would find interesting. But I would love to have some people, lesser known people on the channel. You know, if they have an interesting story or something to talk about, if people would find it interesting, I would love to have that on. You know, try to get more information out, or maybe we can discover somebody new. I'm down with all of that. But it didn't really cross my mind until you just said it. I was more thinking of who could I get on the channel whose numbers I have. A lot of people have different numbers. Who can I get on the channel whose numbers that I have that people would know, that we could all relate to their story because they know who the person is. But some people can relate to people that they don't know. But to answer your question with a long-winded answer, I have not considered it, but now that you mentioned it, it's a great idea. Dan Marasuti says, new Diamond D album out now. Yes, I watched the video. He has a video with a dope beat. Who's on it? Saigon. That dude, one MC from, is it M's from Coney Island? He has a video with like a few dudes rapping on it. I don't even think Diamond D is even in the was even in the video. El Mondo 420, KP, we was blessed with KRS today on Be Real TV podcast. Oh, word, I didn't see that. Shout out to Be Real, Cypress Hill, that's the family, man. Shout out to Sendog, who I believe produced a song for KRS-One. No, Sendog is not the producer. Muggs is the, wait a minute. Muggs is the producer for Cypress Hill, right? I do believe DJ Muggs produced the record for KRS-One. Sendog is the hype man and MC in the group. I actually had a chance to hang out with Sendog one night in New York City in Times Square. Super cool dude. And of course, Cypress Hill, we did shows with them, chilled with them. I'd have to check that out. Let's see. Yeah, Crown Music Juice says, Kenny, the Be Real podcast with KRS earlier was fire. I did not, I have to check that out. I didn't even know that existed. That'd be dope to get them on here too. Beyond the Matrix says, Kid Capri is an iconic hip hop legend. Absolutely he is. And I don't use the word iconic. I don't like using that word iconic. Um, but Kid Capri in the world of DJing is iconic. Blasnes Gotcha says, I want to see if Kid Capri would deny the story that Nori told about him on Drink Champs. I don't know what story that is, but let's ask him and see what he says. I was listening to a Red Alert show from '88, and your brother had a drop like every 3 songs. Must have been crazy hearing his voice all over the radio back then. Yes, it was crazy. Um, Considering our story and our upbringing. Matter of fact, let me plug the book. If you guys don't have the book, it's the whole story. It's called My Brother's Name is Kenny. And if you read the book and you know the story, it's absolutely mind-boggling to hear my brother's voice on the radio. The link is in the description below. If you don't got it, please get it. A lot of the questions that you guys ask on this channel, I go into great detail about. Ronan Ali Hollins, peace. Jamil says, I haven't seen any interviews with KRS-One lately because he's on tour, but they're just saying now that he just did one with Be Real, so boom. Corey Flood says, KRS took the VH1 Hip Hop Honors too. That's right, and I was there that day. I was in the crowd. You're right. So he took the VH1 Hip Hop Honors. He took the BET, maybe because he had relationships with the people who asked him. I don't know who asked from the Grammys. I thought something to do, did LL Cool J have something to do with the Grammys? I don't know what it was, because I've spoken to Chris many times about, and he's mentioned in his music how much he does not like award shows, as he says, for pimps and hoes. But he did accept that honor. Maybe if the Grammys was honoring him as a lifetime achievement, maybe he would go. But maybe what they were, the 50 years of hip hop, and he was like, they haven't called me ever in 35 years. Now they want to call me now. That was basically his argument. But I don't know. That's good. That's a good call, because I forgot all about the VH1 honors. They should bring that back. Did they honor just about everybody they can? There were some good performances on there. Earl Green says, pick up Kenny's book if you haven't already. It's a great read. Thank you so much, Earl Green. I really appreciate that. And please hit the like button too when you get a chance. Martin Waring says, we need more epic fails. More are coming as I get a chance to record them. Lindell Hardy Sr. says, Kenny, what's the name of your book? It's called My Brother's Name is Kenny. The greatest true hip-hop story ever told. And I believe that it's the greatest true hip-hop story ever told. I remember KRS saying, I am hip-hop in an interview back in 89, 90, where I go, hip-hop goes. I remember him saying that too in an interview. But in the Source magazine, he was a little more defined in 92 when he said, I am hip-hop. I'm not just doing hip-hop, I am hip-hop. And he started saying that phrase, which he has said from that point on. I do remember that interview in 89, 90, where he says, wherever I go. Because somebody asked him, where do you see hip-hop going? I think the question was, where do you see hip-hop going in the future? And he says, wherever I go, hip-hop goes. Something like that, he said. I do remember that, Ronan Ali. I got to go back and look if he said, I am hip-hop. But I remember it being documented in the Source in 92 because it opened a whole firestorm of controversy. If any of you guys ever get a chance to check out the Source interviews, KRS-One on the cover, and he's making a fist like this. And he does a whole interview. And this is like the next day after the PM Dawn incident. It was like the next day or the same, either the next day or like the same day of the, No, the PM Dawn incident happened, and then the following day, it was the following day, he did that interview, and he was hot. And he really said a lot of things in that interview that caused a whole bunch of beef. So if you guys ever get a chance to check out that Source interview, that interview caused a lot of problems. April 7th artwork, what up, says KP, did that show where you saw the Kid Capri rock inspire you to make hip hop versus rap? When the kid is on, can you ask him about his friendship with Biz, Coovy, and Diamond Shell? I will. Me, Biz, and um, me, Biz, and Kid Capri hung out back in the day. Um, no, the answer to your question is no. First of all, I didn't make hip. Chris made hip hop versus rap. I did the track, but really, and actually, that track was a combination. I think I told this story. I did a breakdown of Sound of the Police 12-inch on this channel about a year and a half ago. I did a breakdown of the Sound of the Police 12-inch single, the behind the scenes, and I talked about hip hop versus rap. The song was actually, I'm gonna tell it real quick here. I was in the studio in '93. I was in the studio in '93 working with Heather B. Shout out to Heather B. at D&D Studios, and Chris was also in D&D in the other room working with DJ Premier on Return of the Boom Bap. So we were in the studio at the same time. We had two rooms going, and I left a stack of SP1200 floppy disks in the studio by accident. I don't even know how I managed to do that, and I forgot all about it. And so the people in D&D found the disc, a stack of discs, and they gave it to Chris, KRS, I call him Chris, they gave it to Chris to give to me. And instead of giving them to me, Chris took them and put them in the SP1200 and started listening to what was on the disc. And he heard a couple of beats that he liked, and he pieced them together. So hip hop versus rap is actually 3 different discs that I had separate that were unfinished that he took and compiled them together and made the song. So when I heard the song, it was already done. He's like, Kenny, listen to this. I want you to listen to something. And he played it for me. And he said, these beats you had laying around in D&D, I took them and I made this song. So I don't know what inspired him to make it. And he threw Kid Capri's voice on in the beginning. That's all Chris. I wasn't even in the studio when that song was recorded, but it is my beats. So long story short, but no, I don't know what inspired Chris to do that. Right On for Darkness says, KRS One just did 3 hours on Be Real podcast today with King T and Egyptian Lover live. That's dope. Shout out to King T too. That's the homie. I have to check that out. I didn't even see that. Corey Flood says, Kenny, when KRS No Sleep Till Brooklyn performed on VH1, did they know he was going to freestyle? It was dope. I don't think so. They had like a little, they have dress rehearsals. It's for TV. They have rehearsals beforehand, so you kind of get a feel of what they're going to do. But I think Chris just went rogue and just started freestyling. JT says, I wonder who are Kid Capri's inspirations in hip hop. I will definitely ask him that. Ronan Ali Hollis says, number one is Not Like Us. Not Like Us could be the biggest diss song ever. As far as commercial success, yeah, for sure. Oh, MMA Crossfire said, today is the 13th anniversary of Whitney's passing, KP. I think I was telling Benny Doyle or JT I was in the newsroom when she passed. Yeah, what a what an extraordinary, once in a lifetime talent that Whitney Houston was. And what a tragedy her story ended up being. Um, and one of the saddest things to me that this newer generations, people that, were born in, say, the past 20 years or so, to them, a lot of them, Whitney Houston is the brunt of jokes. Like, the crack is whack jokes and all of that stuff. They have no idea what an absolute powerhouse voice, the amount of hits that she had in a short period of time, her beauty and elegance, her acting. She was an incredible, incredible talent, and her story is so tragic and should be a lesson to all artists. But I wish more young people understood who she was as a singer and not as the brunt of jokes. Gregory Netta said you should invite Arsenio Hall on your show. Oh, that would be dope. Yeah, he has a lot of hip hop stories, I'm sure. I think I'm behind a little bit. So I am going to. This is interesting. Jason Wall says Fat Five Freddy is what's being scratched through Roxanne Shante, the B-side of his song Change Your Beat. Yeah, this stuff is really fresh. I think I still have that. That's one of the most scratched records ever. Might be number one. Most scratched in another song has to be that. All parts of that, this stuff is they didn't really sue back then. If somebody who owned the rights to that record went back and sued, they would sue the whole rap industry would be done. But you're right, Fat Five Freddy's song Change Your Beat. Red Alert used to play that all the time. Spook Realm says Blondie is considered to have the very first rap video. I don't know about that because Rapper's Delight actually had a video. If you look, and I had let me see. Right here is me and Master G of the Sugar Hill Gang, one of my childhood heroes. And I got a chance to talk to him that day about all kind of hip hop. And he was telling me that they did a show at a skating rink, and it just so happens that somebody was filming with a camcorder that day, and they took the footage. They captured just a regular Sugar Hill show, and that became the Sugar Hill Gang video. That video went all over the place. They got the footage, and I guess Sugar Hill Records put it out. But there is a video for Rapper's Delight from '79 with that. I think they're in a skating rink, and I do believe Big Bang Hank had on the tightest T-shirt ever. That was like one of their real shows. That was an actual show early in their career. So I believe that might have been the first rap video. Now, after that, because Blondie came out in '81. So I'm thinking, I know the Breaks didn't really have a video. Blondie might have been the second to me. I mean, I don't know what they consider, because I know there's a video for Sugar Hill Gang. If you guys look up Rapper's Delight video, you'll see there's a video of them young, and that was the video. So that, I don't know. But, I mean, Blondie could be considered the first. Let me scroll down a little bit, y'all, because I'm behind. So I'm just going to jump my Benny Doyle scroll down. We're going to scroll down to right here. Okay. Oh, you're talking about the source. Our Positive Network, what up, says, it's the source. I have that issue. Um, Rap Salute says, the interview that KRS did in the aftermath of the PM Dawn situation were classic. There was a great one in Hip Hop Connection as well. I didn't see that one. But I remember the source one, because the Harsh Truth said the source threw KRS under the bus in that interview. I don't remember if did they throw him under the bus? We got so much negative press after that PM Dawn thing. I know, I know most of you guys on this channel, the regulars, have seen my PM Dawn, KRS-One versus PM Dawn breakdown. That's one of the very first movies, the second or third video that I did on this channel 2 years ago. And I talked about how much negative backlash we got from the press after that incident. So yeah, our business says, we still waiting on you to do the Master G show. I'm here. Let's go. I would love to do that. Def Rocker said, did you watch Kendrick Lamar's performance at the Super Bowl? No, I did not. I mentioned earlier that I was doing some work on the computer and I didn't get a chance to watch the Super Bowl. I was just too busy. By the time I looked up, it was almost over. So I know I didn't get a chance to check it out. But shout out to the Eagles. Dre Stack Dollars, what up? DJ Q Storm 101 says, KP, do you remember the day New York radio played BDP on the radio, and what were you doing at the time? I go into tremendous detail about that. There's a whole lead up to that. I don't want to give it away, but I do remember what I was doing, but it's in the book, so I'm not going to really give it away, but that's a great question. MMA Crossfire says Whitney was a ball of fire when she came in. Man, her first album, I do believe, was the biggest debut album selling wise in history. I know it was the biggest for a female, but it might have been the biggest. It was the biggest female debut album in music history. She sold 25 million copies of her very first album in '85. That's 2 times diamond plus 5 million. Ridiculous numbers. Every record on there was practically a hit. We had never seen anything like Whitney Houston at that time when she dropped. I remember when she dropped You Give Good Love to Me. I remember that video like it was yesterday. I never got a chance to meet Whitney Houston. Would have loved to have met her. People say she was mad down to earth. Pink Floyd 173 says, what's up, Kenny? What's good? Our business says it is without question the most scratched. Yeah, Shanja Beat has to be without, especially in the 80s. But from the time that record dropped, Shanja Beat might have came out in like 83, 84? More like 80. I know Red used to play it. I'm going to go 83. And from that point on, this stuff is really fresh. It was in just about every rap record that came out. Wonder what effect they used to get that voice. And the funny thing was, the record is like one side is in French. One side, the record is called Change Your Beat in French, and then the B side is English, Change the Beat. Something like that. I think I still have that. I think I still have Change Your Beat, but I think it's cracked. Like I can't use it, but I still have it. Rapsalute said, our business says this without, oh no, this was what I wanted to show. Rapsalute said, definitely number one. They teach new DJs to scratch that to this day. Yeah, because it just, you can't, anything you do, it just sounds good. Even just ziggy ziggy, it just sounds great. It's just a great sound. It was a great computer sounding voice, and it sounds even better when you scratch with it. Somebody just mentioned what I said. There's two versions of Change the Beat, one in English and one in French. Yep. um, but I think Red Alert used to play the French version. This is an interesting question. The Messenger 215, what's good, said, is Bam still a founder of hip hop? Yeah, he is. Despite all the controversy, I'm not even going to mention it on YouTube because this whole thing will be cut off. Despite his controversies, and his name has been talk about canceled. You ever watch those old Roman warrior movies where they say strike their names from all tablets, erase these people from all the tablets that exist? Bam's name has been stricken from all records and all tablets. The 50th anniversary of hip hop, he was not mentioned at all. At all. And I don't know if his allegations are true. I've talked about that a few times on this channel. I don't know what's true and what's not, but he is canceled. But I say, to answer your question, he is, you can't change history. Even if what he did is, if what they say he did is true, then he's an absolutely despicable monster. But he's still, you can't change history. I hope I don't get canceled for saying that. The Harsh Truth says, Rapper's Delight had a video. Even Eighth Wonder had a video. I don't remember an Eighth Wonder video. But I do remember, like I said, I remember Rapper's Delight. Delano Lemon says, Peace Kenny, was you there on BDP Hardcore Live? Was I there? I DJ'd the 99% of the album. Yeah, I was there. And if you watch it, it's on YouTube. I still have the VHS too. If you watch it on YouTube, there's a lot of funny things that happen behind the scenes. And I want to do a whole breakdown of the whole video, but I can't play any of it because of copyright infringements, and Jive is really, really on top of it. Jive Records. So I don't want to play, I can't really go into certain things in the video because of copyright infringements, but there's some things behind the scenes I would like you guys to see. And if you watch my epic fails with Kid Capri, that is one of the funny things that happened at the BDP Live Hardcore. But and the vinyl, the actual record, because it's a VHS video, and then it's an album, and the album has more stuff on it than the VHS, and the album has other stuff on it, and there's more behind the scenes stuff that's funny on there that's not on the video. But I don't know if I could even do a breakdown. Maybe I could do a breakdown and they'll just flag me for it. But, and I could just let the flag stand. But, if you get flagged too many times, they'll cut your channel. I think you got 3 strikes, something like that. Last year, I did a video called KRS-One versus X-Clan. I think it was a year and a half ago. And I used footage of KRS-One that a guy shot when he was with KRS-One talking about the battle with X Clan, and the guy went and got YouTube to cut my video off. And the video was at like 110,000 or something in like a week. And then it got cut off. So I had to repost it minus this dude's footage. And it wasn't even music. It was KRS talking about the thing. But this guy decided to, and it's funny because people take different clips of all kind of things on YouTube. There's people that's taking clips, like even these live videos that we have here. I see me talking in clips on other people's channel. I don't trip about it. It is what it is. But this guy decided to do that, whatever. But I say that to say you got to be careful because it gave me a strike is what I'm saying. I got one strike for that. And if you get 3 strikes, they will cut your channel. They will end your channel. So you got to be careful with what you post. And it's whack because there's some things I want to put up so I can talk about it and show you and you could hear it, but you can't. Terrell McMillan, Eric B. and Rakim also used Fab Five Freddy and paid in full. Yes, they did. This stuff. This stuff. Oh, all of that. Oh, it's in everything. Everything in the 80s, it's there. Hold up. The Harsh Truth says Grandmaster Flash had a video for It's Nasty. Word? Oh, they had it. Well, wait. It's Nasty. Did that come out? Isn't It's Nasty like 82? Did It's Nasty? Because the conversation is, what is the first rap video? And Grandmaster Flash had a video for It's Nasty, but I do believe It's Nasty might have came out after Blondie, 81. It's Nasty might be like 82. So we're talking before 81. Eighth Wonder did come out before. It came out in 81. I don't know if it came out before Blondie or it might have been months apart. Blondie is close. And is that a rap song or is that a singing song with rap in it? Is that a rap song? She rapped a lot. But is that and it sounds like she's freestyling too. She rapped a lot, but is it a singing song with rap in it or is it considered a rap song? That's another whole question. Def Rocker says Debbie Harry wasn't really rapping in that video with Fab. I think she was. I think for that time period, I think she was rapping. You know who was rapping back then too, which is funny? Stevie Wonder. Go back and listen to Do I Do. Do I Do? The long 8-minute version or whatever. At the end of that video, he's just freestyling, just scatting. And he sounds like he starts breaking into a rap. He starts going, and he's rapping like how the rappers rap that day. But he's not really saying words. He's just doing the and this, that. And he said a couple words. It sounded like Stevie was trying to go. And that's like 80. When did Do I Do come out? Like 82? If you get a chance after this, go listen to Do I Do, the end part. With Stevie Wonder, he's trying to go on there. Even the song, is it I'll Do Anything for You? There's a guy rapping on there, do anything. He goes, there's nothing in the world that I won't do. I mean, you mean the world to me. If you want me to, I'll do anything. That was like 81. I don't think there's a video for that, but dudes was trying to go. R&B people was trying to rap. But I think Blondie was rapping. I'm off topic. I think Blondie was rapping. The Hard Truth says Sugar Hill Gang has a video for Apache and Eighth Wonder. I think Apache was after Blondie. I'm pretty sure, but Eighth Wonder, I'm not sure about. Eighth Wonder, when did Eighth Wonder drop? It must be very close to Blondie. And Blondie, did Blondie have a video before that? Blondie's Rapture was the first song to hit #1 on Billboard to feature rap. Absolutely, that's a fact. Um, Now that's true, for sure. Um, Spook Round 4Q says, I stand corrected, DJ KP. I forgot about that video. Yeah, Rapper's Delight did have a video. I talked to Master G. It was a video. By accident. It was shot by accident almost. Delano Lemon says, Kenny, are you half Bayesian? Yes, I am. Def Rocker says, Blondie is the group, Deborah Harry is the singer. Yeah. Brand Yakubian says, Kenny, are there any Jive label mates that you would want to have on the show? Yes, all of them. Kumo D, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Houdini, well, Jalil now, Grandmaster D. I reached out, some of these names I'm talking to, I've reached out to them. Tribe. Who else was on Jive? Billy Ocean. I would love to have Billy Ocean. Billy Ocean was on fire for a second. Billy Ocean. Short Dog was on there. I'm still forgetting people, but yeah, I would love to have any of these people would be really dope to have on the show. Tribe, of course, y'all know I'm a huge native tongue head, so they're #1, but any number of these people would be dope. Imagine having Will Smith on the show. For those that's just checking in, this is the DJ Kenny Parker Show. We do this every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if all goes well, next week, the DJ Kid Capri will be here. Terrence Hill says, get that book. Please get the book. The link is in the description below. KB Play, yo, says Tina Marie was rapping on Square Biz. Word. And she bodied too. Tina Marie bodied on Square Biz too. Yes, that was 81. That was 81. Man, rest in peace to Lady T, man. I think I said this on this channel. I have a story about Tina Marie. I went to see Tina Marie in Wingate Park in Brooklyn. This had to be like 2000, either 99 or 2000. They had free concerts in the Wingate High School Park in Brooklyn, New York, in Flatbush. And the field holds about 10,000. And it was JT from Kool and the Gang was the opener for Tina Marie. And I remember Tina Marie came out there. She sounded exactly like the record. Like if you closed your eyes, you would not know if it was a record or it was her. She sounded amazing. And I remember she jumped down out off her stage and went into the audience, and security was running with her. And she said, I don't need security. I don't need security. I'm with my people. Keep in mind, it was 10,000 people, and I would say 100% of them were black. And in Flatbush, Brooklyn, there might not have been another white person in a 3-4 mile radius, unless they worked in Kings County Hospital. If those that know Brooklyn, she was in the blackest area. And there was 10,000 people there to see her, was singing every word. And she was like, I don't need security. I'm with my people. And it was true. Everybody was just like, we love you, Tina. and one of the dopest shows I've ever seen, R&B shows I've ever seen. And she was rapping on Square Biz. Yes, she was. And that was 81. So she was rapping even before Stevie's Do I Do is like 2002. I'll Do Anything for You. Or is it Must Be the Music? No, it's I'll Do Anything You. I think it's I'll Do Anything for You. That came out around the same time as Square Biz. But these R&B singers were picking up the mic early. I forgot about Tina Marie. That's a good one. Rodney H says, how did the BDP and Shabba Ranks collab come about? That's a great question. Most people credit KRS-One with bringing the reggae and hip hop fusion, making it popular. A couple people did it before KRS. I believe the Fat Boys had a song, and I think Run DMC might have had a song, but they were more like parodies. The BDP sound, hip hop and reggae, was the one that resonated with the audience. So by 89, 90, BDP was very popular with the reggae audience. And Chris first started working with Ziggy Marley. Shout out to Ziggy Marley. He did a remix for, I think the song was called One Bright Day. One Bright Day, Ziggy Marley. And I was in the studio when he recorded that song. I remember coming in the studio and Ziggy Marley was sitting there, and Chris and all of them, and D Square was there. I forgot who else was in the room, and they were remixing One Bright Day for Ziggy Marley. So Chris was already in the reggae world in 89, 90. And by the time now, Shabba, we might have done a show with Shabba. We might have done a show with Shabba, but I don't remember how they exactly connected. But I remember Shabba coming to the studio, and I worked on that song, uncredited, by the way. I'm not exactly sure, but I remember that we listened, of course, to a lot of dancehall reggae. And I remember Chris being excited that's one of the only people I've ever seen him excited to meet was Shabba Ranks. Out of everybody I've ever seen him meet, that's probably one of the very few people that I've seen Chris excited to meet was Shabba. Because you know, at that time, 91, we recorded the song in 91. I think it came out in 92. Shabba was on fire in 91. And the rhymes that Chris did in the studio the day I was there was not the rhymes that he went back. He did some rhymes. Shabba went, the verse that Shabba did was the verse that he did when I was there. And Chris did some rhymes that were some other rhymes. Then he went back and wrote and came back. So the rhymes that's on that record is called The Jam. Was not the original rhymes that was on the song. And the video version of The Jam is a remix. And that song, The Jam, went to #1 Billboard rap singles, if I recall. Shout out to Shabba. Yen Dor says Whitney had the best Super Bowl anthem ever, while Roseanne Barr had the worst ever. I agree that Whitney, she was magnificent singing the national anthem at the Super Bowl, but the controversy was she recorded it the day before or something. That was not Whitney Houston singing live. That was Whitney Houston ad-libbing. That was Whitney Houston lip syncing to her own vocals. Now, she did sing it in the studio, and it sounded like that in the studio, but she did not sing that live at the Super Bowl. Not saying that she couldn't, but maybe because of sound, she wanted the sound to be right, or for whatever reason. Go look that up. Whitney Houston Super Bowl, that is not Whitney Houston singing live. That is a recording. but it was the best Super Bowl performance ever. And you know what? I think, speaking of national anthems, when y'all get a chance, check out Marvin Gaye singing the national anthem at the NBA All Star game. I think it was 83 or 84. I think it was 84 because sexual healing. It was 83 or 84. It might have been 84. You want to talk about somebody killed the national anthem? I got Marvin Gaye, national anthem, NBA All Star game. Go watch that. I'm going with that as number one. Oh, this is an interesting question. Wow, you got Taylor Ryan. What's up? Yo, Kenny, is that Leonard Chess Jr. who plays the Psych Ward D in the Out of Here video? Yes. That is the guy who owned, well, I don't know if he owned the Chess Records catalog. I don't know how, I don't know how KRS hooked up with Leonard Chess, but that guy used to be in the studio all the time. He used to come to the studio all the time. I used to see him all the time in the studio. And Out of Here video was shot in 93, but he was in the studio with us in like 91, 92. And I remember him saying that we could sample anything we wanted from the Chess catalog. He would give us permission to use the Chess catalog. But we didn't have access to all the Chess records because I sure would have been digging in there. But yes, that's a crazy question. That is definitely the owner of Chess Records in the video. Our Business says the French version B-side had the phrase on it. Fab's version didn't have it. Oh, okay. Because in my mind, I was like, did both sides have it? It's the French version. I think the French version is the one that Red Alert used to play. Shout out to the Red Alert. He was on this channel last year, 2024. He's one of my heroes. Bus Crate says, yeah, I think Change the Beat voice was a Roland SVC-350. Wow. That's a good one there. Woo. But wonder why nobody else did it. Like after he did this stuff is really fresh. I wonder why nobody else ever did that, like ever again. Like could nobody else copy that sound like ever again? This is an interesting comment. Soldier Soul Rack, sorry if I'm butchering your name, says Africa Bambaataa is a group, not a person. Really? I thought Africa Bambaataa was a singular person. The group, now maybe I'm wrong, the group was the Soul Sonic Force, right? But Africa Bambaataa is a person. I'm pretty sure of that, but somebody fact check me. I'm pretty sure that that is the case. MMA says Whitney Houston's cover of George Benson's The Greatest Love of All was absolutely stunning. Stunning. Gregory Netta says, yo, Kenny, do you eat fish only as meat? Yes. Ethan Sutton says, what up, DJ KP? Have you ever lost a project on a hard drive, floppy disk, and found it a long time after? Probably, yeah. You mean by floppy disk for the SP1200? Probably, yeah. I didn't really lose a lot of stuff, but I'm pretty sure that happened, that I was looking for it and couldn't find it. But what happened to me a lot is that the floppy disk failed. Like for some reason, they just wouldn't load anymore. I lost a lot of beats because the disc just wouldn't load anymore. Like I still have floppy disks for the SP1200 that I can't get to load, which sucks. I still got beats from I still got beats from 92 and 93 on floppy disk. One day I have the SP1200 right here. You guys can't see it. One day I'm going to pull out some old discs, see if any of them load, and see what it sounds like. But y'all can't diss me, because if it sounds whack, y'all can't say it's, you can say it's whack. But I have no idea what it's gonna sound like, so I'm just gonna put them in and play. I think I would do it. That might be like a special day. I just pull out discs from 30 years ago and just put them in and see what happens. If y'all want to hear that, I'm down. We are at an hour and 15. Let's see. This is interesting. Summer. Am I Samir? Am I saying your name right? Samir? Samir? Kenny, you can do a fair use if you do commentary. I've seen people put this fair use thing up. I gotta look into that. Can I really, if I do commentary, can I do? But I did commentary for the. I was doing commentary for the X Clan versus KRS, and the dude still took me down. And I'm showing footage of my brother. It's not like I took some random, I'm showing footage of my brother, and it was a problem with this dude. Corey Flood says, Kenny, you could get around the video issues with Jive if you just show a still from the video. A lot of channels use copyrighted video that way. I have tried. There's times that I've put just a picture of the artist, a picture, and music playing, and I got flagged. I mean, I'll try it and see what happens. But it's going to be, because if you shoot a whole video and, the video could take, a whole day to edit. You spend a whole day getting it all down, and then you upload it to YouTube and they won't let you use it. That sucks. But you're right. I'm going to try it but I've definitely had to change videos because I got flagged. But you get flagged before the video's even up. So before you guys can see it, when you upload it, they'll already tell you we've scanned this video and there's problems, and you have the option to change it, edit it, or put it up anyway and take your chances. Terrence Hill says, Kenny, I take your clips and reuse them. I have no problem with that, man. The Messenger 215 says, KP, do you have a backup channel? No. This is it. This is it. Joey Joe says, I thought Rapture came out in 1980. Nah, I thought Rapture came out in 81. I thought, in my mind, Rapture is at the beginning of 81. Nah, Rapture wasn't 80 because. Nah, Rapture wasn't. I'm going with 80 because a bunch of records came out before Rapture. Super Rhymes and Freedom. Well, Freedom was 80. Now, Super Rhymes was 80. It's possible. I thought Rapture was released in 81. Rap Salute says, I wouldn't consider Rapture a rap song. Terrence Hill says, Blondie mentioned Fab Five, so it's a rap song to me. She mentioned Fab Five, and she said Flash is Fast. She's talked about Flash. She had the graffiti artist. Is that one of the famous graffiti artists in that video? And she said Flash is Fast. That's not really Flash, but is that the famous artist, if I recall? She definitely represented. She said some official names. She said Fab Five Freddy. She said Flash. And you know what else too? Um, what's the record? Dun, 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 dun. What you gonna do when you get out of jail? I'm gonna have some fun. Oh my goodness, what do you consider fun? How can I? I'm having a blank. Fun, natural fun. Um, the record that It's Nasty is sampled from. I can't. How can I not remember this group? They also did Wordy Rapping Hood. Oh my goodness. They were rapping because they was like James Brown, and they said stepping and rapping with Curtis Blow. Who needs the jam when the beat just goes? They was talking hip hop early too. Oh my goodness, what is the name of the group? That's one of my favorite records. Genius of Love, Tom Tom Club. Damn. Tom Tom Club was also name dropping. They name dropped Curtis Blow, James Brown. This is, here we go with the controversy, y'all. Patrick Y, why you starting it? He says, if we consider Rapture a rap song, then King Tim the Third by Fatback Band is a rap. Some people consider um, some people consider Fatback Band to be the first rap song. Some people consider King Tim the Third to be the first rap song. And I had that record too when it came out when we was kids. Um, it was an R&B group doing rap, but they didn't even sing on that record. They were straight rapping. I would consider King Tim the Third a rap, more of a rap song than Rapture is, because Blondie sung for half that record, and then she just out of nowhere just started rhyming. King Tim the Third is more rap than Rapture, but Blondie was rapping though, and she was saying some official names, so that's a tough one. I think Rapture, that's a tough one. Somebody put Dan Rap Mars. He said Wordy Rap by the Tom Tom Club. They were going in. They were going in. Tom Tom Club was rapping. These are all like 81. Um, Summer says Delray Morgan did that joint. He was a reggae artist, right? The Messenger 215 says Google says Houdini had the first rap video. Nah. Nah, because The Message by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 had a video. And that was 82. Houdini wasn't even out yet. And Planet Rock had a video. Nah, I'm arguing with Google on that. Oh, I'm bugging. Taylor Ryan says, Kenny, I think Out of Here video features Marshall Chess. That was his name. The son of legendary blues producer Leonard Chess. Were you guys aware that when you shot the video? Yes, I meant to say, I'm sorry, it wasn't Leonard Chess, it was Marshall Chess. He was the son, but he was the now then owner of Chess Records. You're right, it wasn't, no, it was Marshall Chess, but I do believe he was the owner of Chess Records. But he was there. Like I said, he was in the studio with us a bunch of times. Let me scroll down. We're getting late in the game. Terrell McMillan says Skinny Boys were also on Jive KP. Don't sleep. I forgot about the Skinny Boys. Human Jock Box. I never met the Skinny Boys. I don't think we did. Well, first of all, that was a little bit before my time in BDP, but I never met the Skinny Boys. Probably the only group who on Jive I did not meet. Like I said, I never met Billy Ocean. I never met Samantha Fox. and I didn't meet the Skinny Boys. I think I met everybody else on Jive. I even met the Wee Papa girls. Didn't one of them pass away? Samir says, one of those nights by Billy Ocean was the jam. Yes, it was. I used to pump hard in New York. Billy Gregory says, Billy Ocean, Caribbean Queen is a classic. Yes, it was. Funk Doobie, what up? Says Classical 2 Rap's New Generation was on Jive. Yes, but Jive picked that up later on. Rap's New Generation was originally not on Jive. Was it Sleeping Bag? Rap's New Generation originally came out on another label and Jive picked it up like a year later. All right, we had an hour and 26, y'all. Let me scroll down because I'm real behind. I want to get to some of the comments. I'm so far behind. Oh, I say this every week, man. It's hard for me to catch up with you guys because I'll be so far behind talking. Bus Cray says, not exactly a video, but I thought it would be worth mentioning. Funky 4+1 was on Saturday Night Live in 1981, courtesy of Blondie. Yes, I thought it was before 81. I thought they did the joint was like, I thought they did it in like 80, but yes. And shout out to Sha Rock. I did Sirius Satellite Radio with Grandmaster Caz and Sha Rock, and I was fanning out. I mean, I've known Caz for decades. He's practically a family member, but I had never met Sha Rock, so I was fanning out a little bit on Sha Rock. I see there's some controversy here. Soldier Solid. Just because I say I like Bam's songs doesn't mean I support alleged allegations. That was my point. Yeah, I knew that was going to open up a can of worms, man. Joey Joe says, Fushnikins, we toured with Fushnikins. Tribe Called Quest, Spice One, never met Spice One. Doc Ice was on Jive. I talked about him last week. Kumo D Houdini, Steady B. I forgot about him. BDP worked with him. We're all on Jive. We go in Jive. We got to go big, man. Let's get Will Smith on here. Let's get the Fresh Prince on here one time for your mind. Will Smith, we need you on the show to talk about Philly hip hop. Let's see how that works out. Yeah, Mr. Vintage, thank you, says Rapture out January 12th, 1981. So it was just at the top of 81. Oh, Spaceship Mansion says the single for Rapture was released in 81, but the album with the track was released in 80. Yeah, because, wait a minute, the single was, what was the slow reggae jam? The Tide is High, right? And then Rapture? I remember Rapture in 81. But it might have been released on that album in 80, but it was on the album in 81, and when it was a single in videos when it exploded. So technically, I mean, Mr. Vintage said it was released on January 12th, 81, which makes sense to me. It's like right at the top of the year. And a video was probably right after that. So it might have beat, Eighth Wonder. Nah, I didn't beat Eighth Wonder. I've never seen an Eighth Wonder video. I'm going to have to look that up when we get off here. I've never seen an Eighth Wonder Sugar Hill video. This is Taylor Ryan says John Michael Basquiat. That's who it was. Basquiat was in the Blondie video. That video was official. Don't front on Blondie, man. Don't front on Blondie. Engage VR YouTube channel says, Kenny, you made me flash back to 1983. People could smoke on planes. You remember that? And they used to have ashtrays in the armrests. Remember that? People used to smoke on television talk shows. Johnny Carson be up there talking, and people just be like, "Yeah, Johnny, blah blah blah," and just be smoking crazy on TV. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, people, y'all help me out. Said Tom Tom Club. Yeah, they were going hard. Genius of Love was a dope record. They were going hard in '81. Samir says Fat Five Freddy talks about taking Blondie to a block party where Flash was DJing. It's on YouTube. I believe Malcolm McLaren was there as well. That's crazy. He also talks about taking her to the Fever, too. Could you imagine being at a block party and Blondie, Fat Five Freddy, Malcolm McLaren, and Flash was there? Crazy. Oh my goodness. Source Loop says to deny rapture as rap is asinine. Um, I wouldn't call anything asinine. I mean, everybody has an opinion. That's a tough one because it's a fine line. Rapture's a fine line. Oh, here's a good one. The Clash. Doom, doom, doo 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 doom, 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 doom. The Magnificent Seven. They had that British accent rap. That was like 81 too. 81, boy. In 81, R&B and the hip hop groups was grabbing that microphone, man. We're at an hour and a half here. I'm gonna get off soon. Um, I see a lot of people talking about um, this is interesting. Like DJ Khalid says, if you really think about it, Luther is spitting on Never Too Much. He's just singing using a melody. Yes. I think Luther Vandross' second verse on Never Too Much is one of the great verses of all time in music history. He bodied that. Terrence Hill says Genius of Love is a rap song to me. They're singing mostly, but you could argue that, I mean, Secret Weapon Must Be the Music was rapping. Yes. I said I'll do anything for you is one of them too. No. And when he said there's nothing in the world that I won't do, I'll give the world to you if you want me to. I'll do anything. That was rapping. That was I'll do anything for you. But I have to go back and listen to Must Be the Music. Yeah, because he says just dance. If you yeah, you're right. Must Be the Music. They rapped in that too. Rap was on fire by this point. All right, I'm going to do a couple. I'm going to jump off. KB Play, thank you so much for your contribution to the channel. Really appreciate it. It says it's getting late, but enjoy Records or Sugar Hill. Woo! I got to go Sugar Hill because Sugar Hill Gang was on there. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five was just crazy on there. And Sequence and Funky 4+1. But Enjoy had Spoonie G and the Treacherous 3. And was the Fearless 4 on there too? But I'm gonna go Sugar Hill. I'm gonna go Sugar Hill. Because of Flash in them, man. Rodney H., thank you so much for your contribution to the channel. Do you know anything about South Soul Records? If you can enlighten us, very general question. I don't really know much about South Soul Records except they had a bunch of dance records, disco / dance in like the late 70s. I have a few of their records, but I don't really have any backstory on South Soul Records. They had a few hits under their belt. There was a lot of like independent groups, independent labels that were putting out these great 12 inches back then. But yeah, no, I don't have anything on South Soul Records. unfortunately, I don't even know who was the owners or nothing like that. But okay, y'all, we're at an hour and a half. I'm gonna jump off. Um, Thank you guys so much for checking out the DJ Kenny Parker Show. We do this every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to chill and read the comments, try to catch some that I didn't get a chance to look at. And next week, with schedules permitting, he said he would do it. The Kid Capri will be here next Tuesday. And I've decided that if I have guests on the show, then I will come back. If I have a guest on a Tuesday, I will come back in the week and do another Kenny Parker show just so we could talk like this, maybe either about the guest or whatever happened or just to talk. So next week we're going to be on twice. We're going to do Kid Capri, and then we're going to come on again either Wednesday or Thursday. So that's it. I'll catch you guys next week. I want all you guys to be safe. Shout out to the Rewind crew. I love you guys too. And I'll catch you guys next week. All right, we out of here. Peace.